St. James Infirmary. See my baby there, she's stretched out on a long white table. She's so sweet, so cold, so fair. Let her go, oh bless her. Wherever she may be, she will search this wide world.
Quran has become very popular over recent years, from books, mascot, and cartoons. Quran always brings us fear, since it can trace back to many reasons.
Rap shooting pallbearers, let it cars girls sing me
There
a song.
is an infamous serial killer called Pogo the Clown. He acted from 1972 to 1978. He charged for 33 murders and suspected of even more. He was later executed in 1994, faced heinous crime.
If anyone should ask you, tell 'em I got those St. James
And the
Infirmary.
name of the crown is John Wayne Gacy. Gacy was born in March 17, 1942 in Chicago. He grew up in a family which drunk father abused him. When Gacy reached age 9, he was molested repeatedly by a friend of the family. However, Gacy could never tell his father, knowing his views toward any homosexual act. Gacy was also struggling making friends as a bad condition kept him playing like normal child. He was also has inner fighting for his sexuality. After realized he was attracted to men, despite on his father's view on his sexuality, he escaped. Gacy moved to Las Vegas and earning enough money for him to live. On his job, Gacy climbed it in one of the coffins and found the corpse of the teen boy. 1964, in Illinois, Gacy getting married and have 2 children. He joined the leadership training organization. Gacy later get a job from his father-in-law, managing several fast food restaurants. It seems Gacy's life would be perfect for most. However, Gacy had other desires. After managing restaurants for a while, he invited his male workers to his house to having beer and playing pool at the basement. Then he started sexual harassment to the boys, but didn't commit his first assault until 1967. As time went on, more boys assaulted by Gacy. After paying his one employee to beat on one of his victims to stop him from testifying, Gacy was arrested and sentenced for 10 years jail prison. His wife divorced him and he lost his management career too. Unfortunately, Gacy wasn't done. Only 18 months later, Gacy released after becoming the model inmate. Gacy returned to Illinois. He begged to live with his mother and keep assaulting boy. He was never charged for the crime because no boys showed up in the court to testify. Gacy's mother later bought him a new home in Chicago, the home that dozens of young boys lost their life at. In 1972, Gacy remarried and living life with construction business. He also created his own crown, the Crown Pogo. Gacy's new wife became worried after he bringing teen boy to house. She later divorced him. The same year, John Wayne Gacy became the murderer. In case Gacy began luring boys to his house, he strangled them to death. Most disturbing is that he liked to dress as the clown while he's killing the boys. After reporting from the parent of the missing kid, the police start to investigate him. In 1978, Gacy eventually gets caught and confessed everything. He is charged for the several murders and sentenced to the death penalty. In 1994, Joan Gacy was killed by lethal injection.